With any Rangers? Yes, actually. So right here we've got, where is he? There he is. We've got a little Asuran Ranger rolling around, and he chose a pet Drake. Currently, the special ability for the Rangers is, of course, pet management. You'll get a stable of up to 3 pets that you can have with you at any time. You can swap them out during combat, so if one of them gets exhausted or isn't appropriate for the fight, you can bring in another one. You can earn them skills. We've got 3 kinds of pets. We have pets that are land-based, we have pets that are aquatic, and we have pets that are amphibious. So if, for example, you've got a drake like this, that drake will follow you down into the water. But if you had like a bear, that bear would get slotted away, and whatever your aquatic or amphibious creature is would come out. We teased it a little bit, but there are pet sharks. So yeah, so you're a ranger guy.
I would be more of a ranger guy. I wouldn't be necessarily a guardian or anything. I'm more of the adventurer type, so I'd probably be a ranger.
Like a little bit of that range combat?
Absolutely.
You like to do a little exploring?
I like to be the explorer, and I definitely want to be a wave. I mean, I want to be in the mix, but I don't want to be hacking and slashing. I want to be like strategically fighting everybody.
Awesome. One of the things I want to
smart and scared.
Smart and scared.
Very, very scared.
A good combination.
Absolutely.
One of the things that I want to point out is that even though Troy has his love for the Ranger, depending on what profession you pick, you can actually become more of what you want to be. So, for example, Mike right here is playing a thief. Normally you think of a thief, you think like double daggers, go in, backstab, get out. But what Mike's rolling with right now is double pistols. So Mike is a ranged character. But because of our ability to have 2 weapon sets, Mike can switch in the middle of combat. So he goes in with his double pistols, and when he gets close enough, swaps over to the double daggers for that backstabbing thiefy action.
That's the best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds. Trust me, I love Rangers too, but I saw a warrior with a longbow the other day. Ridiculous.
Really?
Just ridiculous. So what Mike did right there at the beginning, a nice level up, Mike. What Mike did there at the beginning, if he pulls up his map, you want to pull up your map? Right before Mike headed out into the world, he talked to one of our scouts. And the scouts are there to help the people who, unlike me and Troy, they're not really going to wander out into the wilderness without a little guidance. So you'll notice that there were little hearts on the map. Those hearts are there because scouts will tell you, here are the areas where you can go and do little passive tasks to help out the people of the world. That'll draw you into areas where dynamic events can happen. So for example, Mike's wandered over here to come out and help somebody, and what he's found is the Ash Horizon, a ghost ship, is now attacking this encampment. Mike's gone ahead and hopped onto one of the catapults to show off that you can use any number of environmental weapons and artillery in our games. And what you do, you just hop on and it swaps out your skill bar. So those first 5 skills that are reserved for your weapons, those will just change out depending on what you're doing. It all works dynamically. Mike gets out of the way of a little bombardment. It's a good plan.
There's one thing I've got to comment on here. This is the one of the first things that I noticed when we first saw the original trailer that came out. The difference between Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2 is the incredible scope of the world. It's absolutely huge, and it's absolutely gorgeous too, and it's amazing. And I'm seeing stuff like right here with the ghost ship and everything, even some of in the background, how big the world looks in comparison to the first one. It's amazing.
I did.
It's true, we've allowed our artists to go wild in terms of having a bunch of different environments.
You just use the random and does the whole thing over for you. They don't have to pick stuff.
Each one of the 5 races has a home city and a home area where they'll start, and then you'll be able to merge out into the other parts of the world. One of the things that we've talked about a little bit is about our sidekicking system. I wanted to bring that up because it's okay if you start out as Asura in a low-level Asura area for you to go and visit the low-level human area. I mean, maybe you want to go visit Logan Factory yourself.
Who wouldn't? Who would drink with the guy?
Absolutely. But if you've already made it up to like level 50, we don't want you rolling through a level, 5 zone, killing everything and making it unfun for the people who are around.
That's debating everything.
It would be bad. I mean, it'd be fun, but it'd be bad. Which is why what we're talking about is the side-kicking system, where as you go into zones, you will be leveled down to be appropriate for those zones. We don't want you ruining anybody else's experience. One of the core fundamental features about Guild Wars 2 is that we don't want you to be afraid of having other people come into your play experience. We always want you excited that there are other people coming along. That's why, for example, if Mike can finish off the Zorian Brood here, we can go over and resurrect this NPC. Come on, Mike, finish him off. Be a man. There we go.
So what that actually allows you to do is have the freedom to be able to move more freely in the world without the fear of, running into a band of thieves or adventurers or guardians or whatever that are 3 times your XP that could actually just annihilate you.
Well, now I'm going to cut you off there.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's okay for you to step down. If you try and go somewhere where the things are a little bit too powerful for you, you are going to get your butt kicked.
Well, it makes it more adventurous then.
Unless you go with some friends. And the great thing about traveling in pack is that it all happens very organically. Like Mike's out here in this fight, and other players can see this from the other side of the shoreline. They can see it from the top of the hill, and they can go, that place is under attack, and he can wander down and start helping. He doesn't have to group up. One of the things that we learned from Guild Wars is that we want people to get together and play together seamlessly and without having to do a lot of preparatory work. Mike, do you have anybody helping you out, or are you running this alone? You're a beast. You are a beast. So I have a feeling you might be outnumbered. One of the other things that Mike is showing off there is it's not just the Asura. All of our characters are fairly quick and nimble. We've done away with the energy bar that was down here in the lower right. The energy bar was previously used for both dodging and for utility skills, and we decided that that complicated it too much. We really don't want you to play the UI. We want you to play the game. So we stripped it out, and now this bar is exclusively used for dodging, and your utility skills are exclusively based on recharge. The dodging bar allows you to just fly back and forth on land, and actually you can even use it underwater. Mike's showing up. Just give me a little dodge, Mike. Just one little dodge. There we go. So what Mike's showing off is the seamless transition between land combat and water combat. So Mike's popped down into the water here, and the first thing you'll notice, there's no breath meter. This isn't a limited experience. We don't want you to have to go underwater, do some fighting, go back up for air. None of that. This isn't a resource that you need to manage. This is a part of the game.
And that's not bound by race either. It doesn't matter.
Not bound by race.
It's amazing.
Anybody can hop into the water and enjoy it. You'll also notice that as soon as he did, those first 5 skills swapped out. They used to be his land weapons, his pistols and his daggers. Now it looks like he's got a harpoon, and well, when he gets out of combat, we'll check and see what the other weapon is. You'll also notice that the skills that he's using take advantage of the 3D space, where they allow him to move around, up, down, side to side. He does a little smoke shot. He's able to do things where he can put out like a wall, or he's able to put out a column of attacks. Things happen in a 3D space underwater because we want it to feel different, but at the same time very familiar. We want you to be able to hop into the water and play just like you did before, but on a whole new dimension. It's just because we're so excited about the Z-axis in Guild Wars 2, right? I mean, you guys remember slash jump? Gone are those days. Now there's jumping freely, swimming freely. It's an open world, baby. Dive in. What are you jumping over to, Mike? Oh, Mike's checking to see if we got a dragon up. I'm not seeing one.
I think he just went down a few minutes ago.
Oh, look. Mike just made a dragon appear.
Oh, you can do that.
You're amazing.
Damn, I didn't
Magic
quite get enough
fingers you have there,
experience.
Mike. So what Mike's going to show off here is one of the bigger events we've got. Most of the events that you'll encounter in the open world scale all the way from one player up to, however many happen to wander by. This is not that kind of event. While this isn't the end of a regular event chain, something that can be impacted by a single person, by the time that Tequatl the Sunless arrives, you're going to want some friends around. And it looks like Mike has a couple of people wandering in. Oh, actually, I was going to talk about that. It's okay. You made it go away. That's fine. Turn around and see who's with you, Mike. Let's see how many people we got rolling into this. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of players. Like I said, this is something that we've tuned up